have a big breaking news coming in at the moment. Former MP Prajwal Revanna has been found guilty in sexual abuse and rape case, and this is by a special court for people's representatives. Now, former MP Prajwal Revanna was produced before the special court today, and the court found him guilty of rape and related offences. Big breaking coming in. Prajwal Revanna, former JDS MP, has now been found guilty in rape case. Remember, this is just one of the 4 cases that he has been accused in. There are 3 other cases of rape that are going on against him, but in this case today, the verdict has come out and he has been found guilty in the sexual abuse case. Now, my colleague Gautam Shankar is joining me with the latest on this. Gautam, we were just talking about it in a short while before that the verdict will be out, and now it is there. He has been found as guilty. Walk us through the details of what happens next, what are the charges, and of how long could he be imprisoned now?
Yes, Ishita. So a very, very big verdict has come out where the former JDS MP Prajwal Revanna, who is the former, who's actually the grandson of former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda and the nephew of current Union Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, he has been found guilty in one of the sexual abuse cases that he's facing. While he appeared in court today, he was actually looking very dejected, and as the verdict was read out, Prajwal Revanna broke down in tears inside the courtroom, and following the conviction, the court has actually scheduled another hearing for tomorrow to determine the quantum of punishment. After the verdict was read out, Prajwal Revanna, as he was walking out, you could see him, he was clearly very visibly emotional, and he was wiping his tears as he left the court premises. Now, this is a very, very important verdict, given the kind of, it will have a lot of political bearing as well, and given the fact that he is former MP, this verdict was delivered by the special court for people's representatives as well. It will be interesting to see what is the kind of quantum of punishment that he will receive, because keep in mind that he's facing not one but multiple cases of sexual abuse and rape cases that have been lodged against him, and in many of the cases the survivors actually were hesitant to come forward and speak about the ordeal that they went through, and it was only after a couple of months that a few of them started coming and speaking about the ordeal that they had gone through. Now, this particular case actually concerns a 48-year-old woman who was working as a domestic help at the farmhouse of Prajwal Revanna in Hassan, and she had said that she had allegedly been raped twice, once at the farmhouse and then again at a residence in Bengaluru as well. And this second sexual abuse actually is said to have taken place during the COVID lockdown period in 2021, and the act was said to be recorded by Prajwal Revanna himself. Now, what will be interesting to see is what the kind of political repercussions that this is going to have. Keep in mind that the JDS and BJP are allies, and this has caused a sort of rift between the 2 parties back then as well. And the Union Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy had actually distanced himself from
Some live reactions from outside the court. Let's listen in. Now, Gautam continues to stay with us. Gautam, I want to understand, while you said that the quantum of punishment will be decided tomorrow, but we were given to understand that Revanna could face imprisonment of up to 10 years. So, according to you, what can we expect tomorrow?
Absolutely, because keep in mind that the kind of sections that have been invoked in this particular case as well, that is important to note as well, because sections 3762 that basically pertains to rape while in a position of authority over a woman, and this is a very unique section that is actually imposed on people in power, especially people like the members of parliament or MLAs, and then he's also facing charges of repeated rape of the same victim, sexual harassment by making unwelcome sexual advances. Also, there's charges of assault with intent to disrobe a woman, capturing obscene images criminal intimidation and destruction of evidence. So when you put all of them together, it seems like Prajwal Revanna could be staring at a long haul in terms of his jail stay as well. And not just that, we could also be seeing repercussions on his family, because keep in mind that Prajwal Revanna comes from a very reputed political family, given the fact that he is the grandson of former Prime Minister H.D. Gowda. So it will have a lot of bearing for the this family as well. Now, H.D. Revanna has actually, who's also a former MLA, he had actually spoken out against his own son, and Bhavani Revanna and his mother as well is also a very active political member of this entire fiasco as well. So it will have repercussions on the Gowda family as well. And given the fact that it's all taken place in Hassan during the Lok Sabha elections last time, keep in mind that the case actually came to light when he was contesting in the Lok Sabha elections from Hassan, and when this case exploded, the verdict went totally against him, and it was the Congress that managed to win the seat, even despite this being a bastion of the JDS as well. And it will be interesting to see if more women, the cases that are being lost by them as well, they are also set to come up for hearing. So it does look very bleak for Prajwal Revanna at this point.
Right. Now, Gautam, continue to stay with us. I also have Vijay Grover joining us on the broadcast. He's a senior journalist. Thank you so much for joining here on News9. I want to understand, how do you look at this big verdict that has now come out? He has been proved guilty in the rape case.
Well, see, this was something which the verdict should have come much earlier, given the fact that, in this particular case, there were so many evidences which were clear. There were testimonials. There were, statements of the victims. There were witnesses which were available, and this was something which was like a open and closed shut case. Now, clearly, this is something where the verdict has come, and this is going to give confidence to a lot of women who face exploitation of this kind from people in power and authority. Now, this is something which should be exemplary and a landmark verdict, for the simple reason that, no person in power, I would not say politician, no person in power should think that he can get away with any kind of, his attitude that Prajwal Revanna has shown. Now, the quantum will be decided tomorrow, and the people of Karnataka, certainly, especially the women folk, will hope that, it will be exemplary in the terms that it should become detrimental. And, women's safety is something that is reiterated time and again by everybody. And this case should be able to give that kind of punishment that would give confidence to women that no woman can be exploited by anybody. And this is something that the verdict very clearly spells out.